Good evening, Sacred Grounds.
Good evening, Martin Joseph.
Evening.
At 7 o'clock, I had to stop writing and bring this here. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to just sit by and watch it all happen, while Michelle Bachmann and an ever-so-long list of right-minded wingnuts drag what used to be this country back into the days of the Roman Empire, back to the days when there was no middle class and the few at the top splendored in the riches created for them by their slaves. You have the right to remain silent. You may, if you wish, scribble down a little poem and read it to a few friends at the coffee house. You may even walk down Market Street with 20,000 other people and express some vague disapproval of the way things are. You may clear your throat like a British nobleman or cluck your tongue like a disapproving clergy. You may even cling steadfastly to the idea that any of your actions will have even the slightest effect on the actions of the powers that be. Just so long as you remember that it is written into the Constitution, $1, 1 vote, and that it was later modified by amendment to read 1 extra free and discretionary dollar, 1 vote. And then it was modified again and again by the rich and powerful to read 1 extra free and discretionary $1 million, 1 vote. Because we just want to keep things simple. You don't have an extra free and discretionary $1 million, do you? Then why am I talking to you? I said good day, sir, and I shall not repeat myself. You will always have the right to remain silent. My friend Alan points out that we also all have the right to commit suicide. I'm sure that Michelle Bachmann would agree, and in our cases, she would believe it was a sign of God's will. I saw the day when we put 200,000 people on the Capitol Mall. Noble words rang through the speakers, and we all went home, but the war kept going on. Phil Oakes committed suicide, and the war kept going on. A Buddhist monk set himself on fire, and the war kept going on. And now the machines of loving grace that Michelle Bachmann believes watch over us have much faster processors and can consider 1 million action alternatives before we can get one straight in our heads. But it doesn't matter. My friend Fred Munch thought that if someone could just pop off Nixon, then that would turn things around. He did not know about the mushrooms in Michigan that cover 4 square miles with spores, and they're all just part of exactly the same mushroom. You pop off Nixon, you pop off Hoover, hell, you even pop off Reagan and Bush, Cheney and Bush, Paulson and Bush, and Palin and Bush, and the Koch brothers and Bush, and Boner and Bush, and Bush, and Bush. And you still haven't made a dent. The substructure of stolen money at the top will just generate new spores. My PhD thesis at Stanford tried to answer the question, who do we shoot? And I still haven't finished it. Instead, I just take my tambourine out to the windy beach. I take Harpo Marx, too, and keep time with his harmonica. I will dance beside the waves within the circle of all of you. We will feed Sacred Grounds coffee to all who stay the night with us. We will all create art, and we will hear Dan Brady fart. And when the dawn is breaking, we will amplify the clouds and send electric flashes into the airwaves. Our homes will be our broadcast towers. With Jimi Hendrix rhymes, we'll reach across the stratosphere and integrate all times. We will discover that we have never, ever been alone. And when we see the faces and join in our parade with ideas that will never fade, we will know that we have made just another link in one unending chain.